took over the real.
So I feel like when something so major impacts your life, that's when you make a decision to, okay, let me just handle this in a different way, you know?
Hello, mother.
You look good.
Thank you, you too.
You look super good, matter of fact.
We got two different vibes going on right now.
You got the sporty vibe, I got the classy vibe.
Yeah, classy lady.
See, I feel like normally be you, like you get the classy and I get the sporty one.
Yeah, it's okay though. I did a little switch up.
Yeah, I like it. That looks good.
You fit the aesthetics right now.
You know, I just want to do something different. Give a different vibe, different look.
This the new Carmen?
Yeah, I would say the new Carmen because I feel like I'm still the same Carmen, with just the new
Grown
voice.
and sexy Carmen.
Yeah, you know, I'm 25 now, so. Girl! I'm grown now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm about to be 28, next thing I'll be 30, and next thing I'm gonna be a grandma. You thought about that?
Life move fast. It don't wait on nobody.
Yeah. You think Kaiser's gonna make you grandma?
Yes. He fast. He too fast. He hot in the ass.
He got a girlfriend or crush?
Yes, he said he got 3 girlfriends. I don't know what he got going on.
3 girlfriends, that's a lot.
Yes. He was in the car with my friend. He was like, I got 2 girlfriends. I'm trying to get 3.
Oh.
He's
Where you
something
get that
else. He a
from?
lover boy. I don't know.
Such a lover boy. Huh?
Child, he is such a lover boy. He a Virgo, so he a big lover boy.
Yeah. How you been though?
I've been good.
Life is treating you good. You look good. So I know life been good.
I'm trying.
You done hit the big screen, basketball-wise.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know. We would have thought. I manifested.
I ain't gonna lie to
hope
you.
so.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I always wanted to be on TV, but not like in a specific
Yeah.
thing.
I didn't know if I wanted to do reality TV, but since I'm doing it, it's cool. I don't know if I want to do it for like years to come, but right now, it feels good to like be a part of something other than like YouTube.
Yeah. Do you think you would ever want to like do your own show on TV?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I get married, it's gonna be called 𝒃𝒖�𝒔𝒊𝒏𝒆𝒔𝒔, hopefully. I got it planned out, and when I get married, the show gonna be called 𝒃𝒖𝒔𝒊𝒏𝒆𝒔𝒔, and it's gonna be my family. And our first episode is gonna be our wedding.
You got your whole show planned out. You got your whole show.
Saying, then that's how it go.
Girl, now you got a whole show planned out. You talking about your first episode.
Cause I'm gonna get a spinoff from Basketball Wives.
Oh.
I'm manifesting it.
There you go.
We're gonna speak it into existence. That's what it's all about.
That's
but
once you manifest, everything actually happens. You
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen though. But it's gonna happen.
you got faith.
Like us. Do we manifest sitting down over here?
And now we sitting down.
It's crazy.
No, but how you been? You look good. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I'm just happy to. I have a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just happy to see like your growth and you going into like kind of growing up. Cause I feel like for a long time, I feel like I was kind of moving, but I feel like I stepped out of the YouTube world, if that makes sense.
You did.
But like for a long time, me and you was living in 2 different worlds, and I feel like now I see in your future that like more success now that you done made the big step that I've been asking you to do. No shade, but
No shade with it. Well, I think I'm to be honest, I'm okay because I'm still, it's still so fresh what I'm dealing with. But I feel like it was meant to happen. I feel like the steps that I am taking, it gives me more like a peace of mind every time I take a step. And I just feel so secure knowing like, okay, I'm making the right move. You know what I mean? And I feel like you say, for so long, it was like I was a different person. I'm not going to say, I regret who I was because I was just that person in a relationship. Now it's just like, I'm going to be this person that's just not in the relationship, And I feel like, of course, I can spread my wings a little bit more and really showcase more because I do have a lot more to show versus what I have shown. You know what I mean?
I feel like happy looks good on you.
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like you've always had a lot of potential to grow into like a beautiful young lady. It's just, you was just stuck in a time. You know what I mean? I feel like you was kind of like stuck there and you really just need to spread your wings. And I hope that this era is just your era, and you're able to spread your wings and become the person that you really are, learn more about yourself. I feel like even when the stuff happened with me and King's breakup, I feel like it kind of gave me like it was my I kind of learned myself. I turned into this totally different. I wouldn't say turned into. It was a totally different person. I was actually able to learn. I turned into a grown woman, and I feel like from now into like your future, you'll be able to like grow into like Carmen, the real Carmen, and like not saying that the old you or the relationship Carmen is not. You'll be able to learn yourself and learn to love yourself and just. Have a whole new era of life.
And I feel like that's really what I'm working on, really. More it's like finding myself again, because I did lose myself in a relationship. So now it's like I have to find myself again, see what I love to do on my own, like things that Carmen enjoyed to do. You know what I mean? Because everything was like I always had to think about my person or this or that. So now it's like you said, I'm learning myself actually. And I'm excited because I feel like I'd be curious about certain things, so it's like, okay, which is nothing bad, but like before we go any further, I do want to say that I feel like this is part of my new journey, where we finally like sit down and publicly have this talk that is like, oh my God, when you and he gonna talk? Because I can do a video with Kiana. That's the main question. Yeah. Are you and he gonna talk? When are you and he gonna sit down?
I just did a video with her. She just says like, will you ever sit down with Carmen? I'm like, it's coming.
Yeah, and I feel like people has been like just wondering. It's like, okay, if we can be around these other people that are mutual friends, why is it taking us to like digging into the past and what happened and whatever, But I feel like, it's really not much that we can really dig in based on what really happened, or maybe express how we really feel. Because I don't think we talked about, how you feel, how I feel and stuff, but we just never did it like in the public eye. I would say. That's true. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you spoke how you felt separately, I spoke whatever I spoke separately. Well, no, because separately, and then after that, it was just like, everything just left for the birds.
Yeah. Wait, which part? What you talking about?
Like when we expressed like how we ended our friendship.
Oh yeah, like when we came back. I think it was how we started back talking was like probably me. Did I hit you up or something?
If I'm not mistaken, it was like New Year's or something.
Was I drunk? Yes. The truth come out.
Yeah. And I feel like because even your mom had came on the phone and she had told you to stop talking, and you was like, no, she needs to hear me. Cause why would you do that? And then we went from there literally. Yeah. And I feel like once we got the FaceTime call out the way, now we feel like
that was the hard part.
Yeah. And then we started like texting, but it was like a on and off thing. But we always be very present though, checking on each other.
I feel like I was very I hate back in the day I used to hate about myself. What I used to hate about myself is that I was so soft, and I feel like I gave people chances after chances who like kind of hurt me, and I feel like I had a soft spot for you. So at the time I feel like it's like certain times I wanted to talk to you, and then certain times it's like fuck you. You know what I mean? It was like certain times it's like damn, I miss my friend. Like we were really good friends. I missed our relationship, and I used to get like that a lot of times when I was drunk back in the day. I used to like call you. It's like having that bad boyfriend. It's like, I know this nigga toxic and he not good for me, but I want to call him because I miss him. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the kind of like outlook I had on you. It's like I wanted to call you, I wanted to talk to you, but you hurt my feelings, you did me wrong. Where it's like maybe she's not good. Like, she's not supposed to be in my life, or she hurt me where Nick, you're not supposed to want this person in your life. And I feel like sometimes I'd be kind of like attached to the little toxic shit. And I feel like our relationship was so toxic because it was so on and off, especially like when we was super cool. I feel like even then our relationship was like toxic.
But I feel like when everything, that incident happened or whatever, I feel like we was on the right path.
Oh yeah, we was on a real good path. I feel like that's why it hurt me so much, because I feel like we had gotten so close, and I had kind of like let my guard down in a way, and I just felt like, damn.
But I feel like you had let your guard down because you started like really trusting me, because I feel like I was really like on your side while you was really going through. You know what I mean? Like in your relationship. So I feel like I was really like the one like.
Yeah, you was kind of like my only friend in Houston. Like you was really my only friend that I can like go to. Like I would be at your house a lot. You would be at my house a lot. Especially when 𝒃𝒏 moved out, you was there basically like every day, because it was like I had nobody else to talk to. I had no real family in Houston, I had no real friends in Houston. You was kind of like just really my only friend.
We was really thugging it out. The old house, we was really there. And I feel like that's why probably it hit so hard for us, because it was like, damn, bitch, we just got cool. Like, our shit just not really like.
It just started getting healthy, like a nice, good.
I feel like we had on this. I feel like we were just not understanding what type of friend we are to each other. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we did have like the on and off. Like, well, bitch, every time you like you don't come out, or every time that I like it don't be there. But I feel like I started learning like, okay, niggas gonna be like my chill. Let's run to the store or come to the house. Let's watch movies. Bring to the kids friend versus the other friends that we will have would be like club friends. Let's turn up. Let's drink. You know what I mean? And I feel like during that time, I was just so fresh, even dealing with the other people I was dealing, like other little friends. And when that happened, I don't know. I feel like my mind really just went blank. Like, hold on, I can't believe this shit's happening. Like, it's not really happening. Cause that was really like some movie shit, like an episode of the show. And I feel like,
trust me, I lived through it.
So I feel like my only regret, I would say that if I really did say it was like I didn't come to you when I was supposed to. I feel like I was gonna come to you, but like on my time, like when I had figured it out that you wasn't gonna snap on me, you was gonna sit down and listen. Like, Nick, bitch, I gotta tell you something, but that, you know what I mean? But I feel like the way it was even delivered to you, it was like a slap in the face. Cause you're crying for saying that.
No, I'm not saying that. Probably do look like I'm on here for it. I got something in my eye and this glare.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm listening.
Try your lashes. But yeah, so I feel like we never really gave each other like the open space to like, okay, let me hear you out and you hear me out. You know what I mean? I felt like we can't be friends, why we can't sit down, why we can talk, you know? But if I was to start off the conversation, I can definitely speak freely, I would say, because like you said, you are in a different space, and I am in a different space where I can maybe explain things better. Yeah. Because back then it could have been like so twisted, and I'm nervous, like I don't know what to say, that, like, you know. But first thing is first, I want to apologize to you on camera because I feel like I haven't done that. I do want to apologize because of how I handled the situation. Yeah. Even though like what happened wasn't meant to happen, you know what I mean? Like, you know, nothing happened, but the way it was even brought up to you, it was like you had every right to look at it like, bitch, I'm gonna believe what I'm gonna believe because you know. And I feel like during that time, me and you was really like so strong working on our friendship. You know what I mean? That I feel like, damn, like I'm there with you when you was solo. You know, I'm there when you crying, when you going through it. I'm there. So I feel like you always been this strong person, like strong minded. You a Capricorn, so it's very hard sometimes to bring something to the table without you reacting a way that I would think you know react.
Yeah, I just felt like the whole situation. Well, I want to apologize for even bringing the situation to the internet. I feel like I was just going through so much, and I feel like I put so much on. Well, the person who I was going to in real life was you at one point. Literally the only person that I can go to in Houston. Like, we was hanging out every day. You was somebody, you was kind of basically my only friend in Houston that kind of knew what was going on with my life. And I feel like everybody was just playing in my face. And nobody told me. I feel like if anything, you were supposed to be the person to come to me and tell me this stuff. You know, I feel it just felt in the blind. It's just by the way I heard about it, and everything just, I don't know. It just was just a lot.
Was the situation handled wrong? It was completely handled wrong. You know what I mean?
I feel like everything about the situation was wrong. And it's like you look at niggas and you know, like niggas that do stuff, but then it's just like your friend and
he doesn't supposed to do things.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt blinded in the situation, and then once everything came out, everything just added up to me. I had so much stuff that it was kind of like gray areas, and then it was like, damn, well, now this makes sense. I just felt like everything fell into place, and it made sense at the time. It still makes sense at the time. Like, it still makes sense now. But I don't want to dwell on like the old stuff. I feel like you're gonna feel how you feel. I feel like I'll forever feel how I feel. I feel like I've made peace with it within myself, and I value our friendship enough. Like, I made peace with with 𝒃𝒣🔪. I feel like I can't look at a situation and be like, damn, I made peace with 𝒃𝒣🔪, I can't make peace with Carmen, or I can't forgive Carmen for the things, you know, that she has hurt me with. Not saying that you saying that it's not true. I still to this day feel like it was true. But I feel like if I can forgive a nigga, I can forgive a friend. Like, I feel like I hate when you can let that nigga cheat on you 1,000 times. Not you. No shade. But I'm saying, you know how you have a friend. Yeah. Everybody be looking at like, damn, bitch, you can forgive this nigga for that, this, that, and the third, but you can't forgive your friend who was important in your life.
And I feel like because of that, that's why I came back to you. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like, even though the next day you came to the house and we fought, you breaking shit in the house, it was more like, damn, you still didn't let me talk. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like you came in there and you were still like, okay, bitch, so what happened? And like, I'm trying to really break everything that even from the moment that the rumor started. Mm-hmm. And it was like, you had so much anger that I felt like your anger didn't really come from that situation. It came the fact that you was already dealing with what you was dealing. So you looking at me in the face like, nah, bitch, you play with me.
No, my anger was not what I was dealing. I have been dealing with that shit for months, and you know that.
But
this was new fiery anger. This was new anger that had grown, and I didn't want to overreact when I first heard it. When Corey told me, he walked in the house and he told me, I went home. I asked questions to 𝒃𝒣🔪. He didn't want to tell me nothing for real. I went to sleep. And
no, you had
twin fingers. I feel played. No, this was after the fact. This was after the fact. Like, I did all this. I didn't even go on Twitter that night.
You went the next morning.
The next morning, after I left your house, that's when I went on Twitter. Cause I was like, okay, well, nobody gonna tell me shit. Like, it didn't. The story, y'all stories just didn't add up.
And I feel like you was really listening to one story though, because I feel like for when you was really mad,
everything.
Not my story though, because I felt like you instantly looked at me like, well, bitch, you should have told me. Well, bitch, you should have came to me the first time.
Yeah, because your story just didn't make sense.
Because it wasn't nothing that
it just sounded like excuses. Like, it sounded like, yeah, that's why you're supposed to tell. I feel like I would have looked at the situation more if you would have came to me and been like, okay, well, this is what it is. And then I'm like, okay, well, she did come to me. It's the simple fact of Corey came to you when he got mad at you and spilled the whole situation. Yeah. And now it's like, okay, well, damn. So all this been going on. Everybody knew. Right. So it's like, okay, well, everybody basically knew but NIQUE. You know what I mean?
But that was me being like, that's like, for example, yeah, you're the type of friend like, okay, I don't know if you gotta tell me. But I'm the type of friend that I like to, okay, I don't want to hurt her feelings. Like, how can I do it? Cause that's just even me in the relationship, for example, and that's what got me like fucked up a lot of times. Just letting shit be okay, or like trying to find a way the right way to deliver things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I never really care about myself enough to like, man, fuck how this shit feels. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say how it is. You know what I mean? So I felt like, you know, when you came to the house the next day after that happened, and you went crazy breaking things, and when you slapped me, that's when I really felt like, okay, she's angry. But I feel like your anger towards me, it was because of what just had happened, it was said. But at the same time, it's like, oh, bitch, like, you know I've been going through this. So it was like an extra anger throwing it.
I feel like it was anger, but at the same time, it's just like, I felt like betrayed in a way. Like, I just felt like you just totally crossed me. And
But I have one question, though. Did you ever feel like a little bit like bad that like, damn, I really didn't let her talk? Because you really didn't.
No. I didn't feel bad. I never look back and feel bad about it. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
I wish I would have hit you. But I felt like at the time you deserved it. Like, I would love to say I felt bad, but I didn't feel bad. I just felt like I had hurt enough. Like, even just afterwards, like, we talked about it, and I still feel the same way. Yeah, I still feel the same way about the whole situation. I just feel like if I could give 𝒃𝒣🔪 another chance and I can forgive him, I can find it in my heart to forgive him, I can find it in my heart to forgive you. Like, I really don't want to dwell on the whole situation or whatever happened. I feel like I love you enough to reconnect. I love you enough to reach out to you when I was drunk. It's obvious that, you know, you had a soft spot in my heart. And I'm not with him no more. You know what I mean? I feel like people in life, we're not always perfect, you know? We do stuff and shit, it's life. And I love you enough to want to rebuild with you. I see the type of women that you're becoming, and you know what I mean. I feel like it's all a learning process. When it comes to friends, when it comes to boyfriends, it's all a learning process. And I just want to fix our relationship now and move forward. And
so what do you think it took us so long to really like be here?
I feel like, in a way, I feel like I have been wanting to forgive you, but I was like not embarrassed in a way, but kind of like embarrassed. Like, you know how we would text and it'd be like, okay, well, I'll call her sometimes, but I never really wanted my friends to be like, oh, I forgave Carmen. Because I feel like it's a weakness of mine to like, you know, have this forgiving this forgiving heart. I feel like it was kind of like a weakness. I feel like I felt weak when I talked to you because I felt like you had crossed me so much, and to just continue to like talk to you was kind of like, damn, you just said fuck yourself. Even if you feel like you didn't do it to me, to this day, I feel like it happened. Right. You know, and we're gonna always have our opinions, but I just feel like it happened. But I feel like I'm grown enough to say, okay, it happened, you changed, or you said you were sorry. We grew up. The shit happened 4 years ago.
I feel like we're always gonna be on that side, because I'm gonna see them like, well, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
We're not ready to just let it go, move on the way that we need to move on, because we don't have people telling us this or telling us that. And I did feel like since that situation afterwards, I always felt like we was gonna be able to sit down and talk, but I just never knew how or when or where, because it was like, I feel like we was being like sneaky in a way, because we was texting, and it was like what if somebody find out that we are still texting? Like, how would we handle that situation? You know what I mean? But I can definitely say that was experience for sure.
What experience?
Like, it was experience going through the bashing part, bitch. Not no experience or whatever it was. Like, it was experience that happened in my life, because I feel like that's when it low-key brought my image to a whole different world. You know what I mean? Even like, when I go around my friends that have boyfriend, they throwing little jokes like, oh, you better watch your man because Carmen that right. And it was something that was like, fuck, man, like, how can I live with just being okay, down thinking, whatever. So I feel like once I start talking to you, and then like we like somewhere we kindle a little bit privately, I feel like that's when I was able to lift my head up and walk high, because it was like, okay, like no, we cool. Like, this is cool. It was done wrong. It was a mistake, and it should have never happened. Like, the way that it happened to, I should have. So the moment that came to me, I should have been like, bitch, I don't care how you take it. I could have texted you. If I didn't want to say it to your face, I could have texted you. I could have shoot you a message. But I feel like in that time, we're just so focused on, bitch, our relationship's good. You know what I mean? Like, our friendship.
I feel like it's a lot of ways that the situation could have been handled in general. I feel like let's just move forward. Because you keep backtracking the shit back. I prefer just to let it be bygones, leave it in the past, because it's just a whole bunch. But overall,
I feel like you are in a great space. You know, like, I'm not gonna see and say, oh, well, God probably had that plan. I don't know, but maybe it was God's plan, because you're in a great position in life now. You know what I mean? Like, and he's doing good. You know, he got a family now. And now I don't have a family, because now I'm the one that's
you got a family.
I got my
kids. You got a man.
Yeah, now it's like we're in a whole different level, even in life. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you done experienced how a friend I can be, you know what I mean? But now that I did change over the 3-4 years, it's like, okay, we can be very mature and very cool. I feel like that's why I never had no bad feeling when they ask questions about you. Did I get annoying? Yes. Y'all can ask about Kiana, like, y'all can ask about nobody. You know what I mean? And I understood, because it was like, damn, people that watched us, we was growing up together in a fucking house. You know what I mean? Like, we had a whole YouTube house going on. And I felt like my love for you and our friendship, it never changed, you know what I mean? Because I felt like, shoot, I apologized to you how many times as I could. And when we started like texting and rekindling, it was like okay, you know what, this is gonna work out maybe one day. But I always knew, like, once you learned that you was being, I would say, like you said, a soft person, you started like your guard was up. And I can tell when your guard's down versus when it's up. So that's why it was like, okay, cool. But I feel like somehow I always find the way to, like, okay, let's, check on each other. What you doing? How you been? What's up? You know what I mean? And I feel like this is really what it is about, to just update each other on each other's life and how we really been. because we did move from that. That's like a movie episode. Like we was able to, you know, cross that path and move forward with it. And now we don't look nothing like we was looking 3-4 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we not the same woman no more. You know, and it's crazy to see that people being wanted this for so long. But I feel like, okay, you got your one on me already. There's no need for that.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you know, so.
I've been feeling that way. I feel like I've been wanting to sit down and talk to you, but I just feel like
Your pride.
right now it's my pride. And on top of that, it's just, I feel like right now is the perfect time. You got a new era in life, and I would just love to be a part of your new life that you're starting. And I'm proud of you for starting over. It takes strength to lead.
Yeah.
Stand your fucking ground and stay gone. It gets lonely, but stay gone. And yeah, and then I just, you know, I think it's the perfect time. We made the video at the perfect time, and yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely say that.
Because
It
we
was a
been
good
talking,
move.
so it's a little easier to just.
That's why I felt like
Y'all just
wasn't
haven't
gonna-
seen us on camera.
Yeah, like I feel like it wasn't gonna be awkward. It was just gonna be like a little nervous because I know we got cameras and you know. But it's like we had never really stopped talking how we always talk to each other. You know what I mean? I feel like we always talk like, oh bitch, what you doing? Da, da, da. So I feel like it was just good enough knowing that like, okay, now we both agreed to do a face-to-face video. That speaks a lot. We gotta grow. We gotta super grow. No, we are definitely super grown, but I do appreciate you, you know, for even sitting down and be like, this the time that we needed to be done. And now just out here, I'm pretty sure people still gonna be like, okay, what's next? What y'all gonna do next? But I feel like that's a question that you need to answer. Like, where do you really see like us going from here?
I'm just looking at your tattoo, girl. You was tatted. I'm listening to you, but sometimes you just go, and then I lose it, and then I come back and you be like, sorry, not to cut you off, but
No, but yeah. So I would ask like, how do you see like?
I feel like we're just gonna build. Like we can start off where we left off, or we can start all over. Like, and it's just about building. Like, you know, we kind of was texting, and we I feel like we right pretty much back to normal, and I feel like only time will tell. But we here, girl, and we're gonna be working on it. I'm open to working on it.
Me too. I'm definitely open to, like you said, rekindle our friendship because I still have love for you. Because I feel like we was friends for like a very long time, and we did share a lot of, you know, memorable moments with each other. That it's like, damn, that can go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, if we can put like our men to the side, forgive this and forgive that. Us grown women, like we can be more powerful. You know what I mean? And really make it.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you could forgive. I'm very forgiving, and I feel like you're super forgiving as well. And then I feel like we just mashed good together. I missed you a lot, even without, you know, you being in my life and just calling you. And sometimes I was just like, damn, I miss Carmen. I miss the stuff we did. So I'm just ready to get back to that. And
Me too.
yeah.
Me too. So we should hug it
Let's
out.
just fucking hug it out so we can drink or something. This is too intense.
Take a shot of
My nails are
something.
missing. I've been trying to hide it this whole video.
Well, we finally got that out the way, so it does feel good knowing like, okay, I'm getting my friend back. Yeah, I'm getting my friend back. So
Back on that bullshit.
back in that bullshit.